Protests escalated following the funeral of the teenage boy whose killing has sparked a wave of unrest across the country. The opposition has now called for early elections, saying that the government can't cope. Sky's Europe correspondent Greg Milam now reports.
No one in Greece really expected anything else. A fourth night of violence and the western city of Patras, the scene of some of the worst clashes between police and protesters. There is no sign at all of this dying down. The running battles in the narrow streets here continued into the night. Once again, riot officers and their tear gas seemingly unable to bring any sort of order. In the capital, Athens, it's been a day of disturbance too. Outside of the parliament, police lines came under attack from the same group who've left this city looking like a war zone since the weekend. The government says this is the work of extremists, but it's clear there are more than just teenage anarchists involved. There are plenty who came here to protest peacefully, but once again, tensions boiled over. There was one brief moment of peace in Athens. Thousands of mourners in the street outside the cemetery where 15-year-old Alexei Grigoropoulos was being laid to rest. This is one family's loss which has now become a national cause célèbre. Yet even here, as the mourners left, police were forced to fire tear gas at groups throwing stones. It was Alexei's death at the hands of police on Saturday night that triggered so much trouble. And worryingly, there is no end in sight. The disturbances across the country are increasing the pressure on a government already battling corruption scandals and a faltering economy. The Prime Minister has called the protesters enemies of democracy.
I assured the President that no leniency will be tolerated in holding people accountable. No one has the right to use this tragic incident as an alibi for actions of raw violence.
The opposition says the government should resign because it's now unable to guarantee public safety. It is hard to see how they can restore order with police accused of being too hands-off. Laws that mean officers can't enter the very university premises being used by the protesters as a base are making their job all the harder. There are signs that that might be changing, with more arrests being reported. But unions have rejected calls to cancel a planned general strike. That is almost certain to mean more of this. Greece remembers the last such crisis. Then the riots lasted for months. Greg Milam, Sky News.